And welcome back to the new episode of Excalibur CCG TV's Talking Comics. I'm Olivia.
Mark. I am. Me.
Okay. This is the week of November 27th.
Yes, there you go.
Was Mega Sale's over?
Yes. Actually, it's going on now, but it'll be over by the time this is posted. And you'll have all missed out or not.
You can still buy stuff, that's fine.
Yes. It's true.
Okay, yeah, books for November 27th. I'll start.
Day before Thanksgiving.
Yup, get your books.
Gobble. Gobble them up.
Before your family is all here at your house, just say no. Uh-huh. Conan 2099, or is it 2099?
Sure, whatever.
Number 1 from Marvel Comics with
Mr. Excitement.
Jerry Dugan and Roge Antonia. In the far-flung future of 2099, will barbarianism finally triumph over an endangered civilization? When Conan the Barbarian entered the Marvel Universe with the Savage Avengers, he stayed to conquer and claim his kingship in modern times. Now cursed by a mystic to live beyond his years, when Conan's new kingdom is threatened, he swings his blade once more. But as the calamity in 2099 bears down in his secluded realm, will the future shock unseat the barbarian king? An unforgettable chapter, unlike anything you've ever seen in the saga of Conan.
Yay.
So, a continuation of Savage Avengers.
Apparently. Okay. Crow. HARK the Herald. Number 1.
Is
From
this The
IDW.
Crow?
Huh?
Is this The Crow?
This is The Crow. Written by Tim Seeley and art by Meredith Laxton. Every year, a group of 6 people gather for Christmas in a cabin in the far north woods of Wisconsin. But this isn't your average bickering nuclear family. These nuclear. These are 6 of the most prolific killers in North America. Wow. There's a little twist. And there's the phone. Okay. Now last year's sins have risen from the grave, ready to deliver the gift of revenge. Guided by the Crow, Cecilia Wright will give 6 psychos a holiday hammer party.
Oh, don't go in there!
I don't know if it's a one-shot or if it's a miniseries. It doesn't really say.
I don't know.
Probably a one-shot.
I don't remember what movie or what book, comic, movie. I don't know, but it was a bunch of like serial killers. They had like a get together every year.
Oh, okay.
I think it was.
I need to watch that.
On Halloween they always got together and just hung out, and they were all ghosts. Or like half of them were all ghosts.
Huh.
I don't know.
I've never heard of it.
I need to find that.
Excuse me. Oh.
Fantastic.
Mexican love.
Mexican love. Mexican love.
Fantastic Four Negative Zone number 1 from Marvel with Mike Carey and Ryan North and Stefano Caselli and Steve Ooey.
Wee.
Ooey. Why? What? One of Richard Reed. I always want to call him Richard Reed, but it's Reed Richards. One of Reed Richards' greatest discoveries is the extra-dimensional negative zone that exists parallel to our own universe. But now, an experiment that Reed began many years ago has come back to roost. And the Fantastic Four will once more have to venture into this hostile expanse in order to put things right. In Black Hammer, isn't it also called the Negative Zone?
I haven't read that in a long time.
Plus, Ryan North and Steve Ooey bring you the first adventure of those bizarre new heroes in the Baxter Building, the Fantastics. I went to Marshall, Texas last week, and there was a building called the Baxter Building.
Oh, that's cool. That is cool.
It was right next to the, like...
Negative zone?
I don't know, the, like, square.
Oh,
And it had
okay.
the whatever the building is. That's in the middle of all this, but...
The town hall?
Yeah, well, no.
No?
The one with all, where all the law stuff happens?
Oh, the courthouse?
Yeah. It was old. Apparently, Marshall, Texas has a history of courthouses burning down.
Why you
Like the 1700s when it became a place. That was
Interesting.
interesting.
All right.
You know what else is interesting?
DC Comics' John Constantine Hellblazer #1 for mature audiences.
Olivia, leave the room.
Written by Cy Spurrier and arted by Aaron Campbell. John Constantine is back in London, back to his old tricks, and just in time, as things have become very dark indeed, in his old stomping grounds. A small-time gang lord has found himself dealing with a big-time outbreak of supernatural weirdness. And without any allies to call on and nothing left to call his own, John doesn't have much choice about taking a paycheck from one of London's worst, or accepting the help of one of the gang lords' would-be foot soldiers. But what would an open and shut exorcism? But what should be an open and shut exorcism turns out to be nothing but ...
Well,
And the author of this madness may just be getting started on their terrible masterpiece. The original Constantine is back. I didn't know there was another Constantine. In this series, dealing with nothing to his name but decades of bad memories and an unearned second chance. How exactly will he squander it? There's only one way to find out.
Isn't the Punisher Kill Crew, doesn't that have John Constantine on it, in it? But he's fat? Or is that some other guy that I don't know?
That's Foggy Nelson.
Oh, that's funny. Foggy Nelson's in the Punisher
Yes.
Kill Crew?
Yes, he is.
That's funny. Froggy Nelson.
Yep.
Killadelphia, #1 from Image, with Rodney Barnes and Jason Sean Alexander. Sins of the Father, Part 1, featuring the show-stopping talents of Spawn Rider series artist Jason Sean Alexander. But
Oh,
okay.
I should have left that out.
And then also the writer behind Wu-Tang and American Saga and Marvel's Runaways and stars is American Gods, which was written. Wait, so he wrote it, but it was a Neil Gaiman.
I guess he did the
Story?
screenplay adaptation.
Rodney Barnes, like we said before.
Yes.
When a small-town beat cop comes home to bury his murdered father, the revered Philadelphia detective James Sangster Sr., he begins to unravel a mystery that leads him down a path of horrors that will shake his beliefs to their core. His beliefs to their core?
Beliefs to their core. His beliefs to their... That sounds weird.
The beliefs' core?
Yes, the beliefs is core. Not his core. The beliefs is core.
The city that was once the symbol of liberty and freedom and fallen prey to corruption, poverty, unemployment, brutality, and vampires.
woohoo!
Welcome to Killadelphia. It's always sunny in Killadelphia.
It is.
Yeah.
There's lots of corruption and poverty and unemployment in that show.
But no vampires.
Come to Philadelphia for the crack. Because it's a bell and it's got crack in it. That's a t-shirt that one of them wore on the show.
Okay, another 2099 thing from Marvel. Punisher 2099, #1.
He's got a cool mask outfit.
Yeah, he does. I don't remember. I don't think he had that in the original run. I think he just
I don't
looked
think
like
so.
I think he just looked like the Punisher. Written by Lonnie Nadler. Lonnie Nadler, and Zach Thompson, and art by Matt Horak. That sounds like a Star Trek alien. The future has arrived, but world peace certainly hasn't. In fact, with the streets of Nueva York more crime-ridden than ever, who will rise up to defend the vulnerable population from the corruption? Looks like it's up to Punisher 2099 to clean up the block. The only question is, who's behind the mask? You'll have to read it to find out.
It's Frankencastle, because he can live forever.
least look through them anyway.
Scream! Curse of Carnage.
You want me to do that literally?
Curse
of Carnage!
Number 1 from Marvel with Clay McLeod.
McLeod.
Oh, right. Clay McLeod. Chapman.
Chief.
And
Yeah.
Chris Mooney. Patricia Robertson. This is the start of it. It's not more art, but Patricia Robertson. Andy with and I. Benton. Andy with the I only. Benton. Donna Diego. ... It's all been leading to this, and one of the original and possibly strongest offspring of the Venom symbiote at last stars in her own self-titled ongoing series set in the Marvel Universe. Okay, but after the events of Absolute Carnage, what remains of the host of the Scream symbiote as it was before? Does it even have a host? What are their intentions? What will a pair of web-slinging wall crawlers have to say about its presence in New York? I don't know. We'll have to read it to find out.
Alright, from Black Mask Comics, Space Riders, Vortex of Darkness #1. Written by Carlos Giffoni, and art by Alexis Zirit. It's been...
Here.
That's fun to say. Zirit. It's been 20 years since the Riders defeated the Destroyer God of Evil.
You gotta say it loud.
I blew my wad on the Curse of Carnage.
Oh, right. This is a mature audience only.
I can't scream anymore. And save the galaxy. But when the mother of all evil gods appears and threatens to take control of every dimension and every strain of possible reality, the now cybernetically enhanced X-Riders will come together and travel into her mind to assassinate her soul. It's a suicidal mission into an infinite vortex of blood and death.
Why are you laughing?
It just sounds hilarious.
I'll look at that one.
Assassinate her soul.
Well, that's going all out.
It is.
I went up a lot. Star Trek. I was about to say death. Star Trek PICARD countdown. I'm assuming like 1 a week till the show starts.
Yeah, it's not till January, so.
So 1 a month.
Oh,
Maybe. Yeah, it could be 1 a month, yes.
1 of 3, because there's 3 months. IDW Publishing. Yeah. Mike Johnson and Kirsten Bayer and Angel Hernandez. You've seen the trailer. ...
Have I?
Now, witness the events leading to CBS All Access's Picard. Before he retired to his vineyard, Jean-Luc Picard was the most decorated admiral in Starfleet. Then one mission changed his life forever. The capitalized C countdown starts here. And you get the big one. Well,
Oh
yeah,
my.
you get 2 long ones.
oh my.
Well, here we go. The title's half of it. Tales from the Dark Multiverse Infinite Crisis #1 from DC Comics, of course. James Tynion IV,
Tynioniv.
or Tynioniv, and Aaron Lopresti and Matt Ryan on the art. DC's mega event Infinite Crisis saw the destruction of the Trinity.
Who's that?
That's Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, I guess.
Oh.
The rise of Alexander Luthor and Superboy Prime, and the rebirth of the multiverse. But it all started with Ted Kord, the Blue Beetle, who saw it all coming and died with secrets that could have saved the world. But things happen differently in the Dark Multiverse. Not only does Blue Beetle survive, he thrives. After killing Maxwell Lord himself, Ted sets off a chain of events that irreversibly alters the lives of the Justice League and his best friend Booster Gold. I don't know what that is. That's the speakers for some reason.
I don't know what it is.
In trying to prevent a crisis, Blue Beetle becomes the crisis, with a capital C. And the Dark Multiverse will never be the same.
What's happening? Witchfinder, Reign of Darkness, number 1 of 5 with Dark Horse Comics with Mike Mignola
Yay.
and Chris Robertson. No T this time. Robertson. Christopher Mitten, also. Sir Edward Grey takes on London's most famous serial killer, but he's the only one who thinks Jack the Ripper's murders have an occult purpose. When Scotland Yard turns its back on him, Grey finds an ally in American occult adventurer Sarah Jewell. Does Jewel usually have 1 L?
Yes.
Okay, well this one has 2 L's. But the forces aligned against their investigation are more powerful than either one of them imagines.
Well. So that's it for the number 1s.
Yup.
For the week. But there's more stuff, as always. Lots more stuff.
Okay, talk about the old book.
Okay, I will.
Well, I wonder who's the older book. When's your book from?
Oh, the early 2000s, I think.
Oh.
This one's a little older. It's not as old as I usually do, but it's a fun book. This is World War Hulk, the complete miniseries in 1 volume. Imagine that. It's $24.99.
Imagine
And
that.
if you had gotten it in the sale, you would have saved 25% off. Rigs.
Oh, okay.
Alright, yes, this is issues 1 through 5. This is just a bunch of nonsense. It's like the Hulk smashing everybody, but if you like the Hulk and you just want to see him smash things, this is like the perfect book, because it even ends with a big smash off with the Sentry.
Smash off.
Yes, the big smash off.
It's Smash Tooth football.
That's right, it is Smash Tooth football. It's it's a very fun series. John Romita Jr., who actually is really good at drawing big fights and big characters, so this is up his alley. And this is a very fun series. I highly recommend it. And that's it.
Okay, so mine's a little newer, I think.
Yes.
2 with John Layman and Rob Gilroy. So I read the first one. This is the first one. It's called Taster's Choice. And I also read the second one. It's called International Flavor. And then I read the third one. It's called Just Desserts. And then the 4th one, which is called Flambe. So what if... So basically there was a big an epidemic of bird flu. And I think 23 million Americans died or something. Other people around the world, but this happens in America, and most of the story, I wouldn't even say most of the story happens in America, they go wherever.
Yeah.
And they just banned all of every poultry item. So no eggs, no chicken, no turkey, none of that. No more, like, goose-feathered pillows. Gone. Done. Because you'll get sick and die. Or will you? And then there's this guy. His name is Tony Anthony Chu. Or Tony is what they call him. And it's C-H-U is his name. But it's called Chu because he eats things. And when he eats it, he knows all about it. Like, they tell you in the beginning of almost every issue in the first book, and then at the beginning of all the first books, just to remind you that feeds a tomato, he knows what, like, herbicides and pesticides and who gathered it and what kind of journey did it take to get to his plate. And if he eats like a cow, then he knows how it died and that kind of thing. So what if he used this to find out how people die and murder
Soylent Green.
Stuff?
Wouldn't that mean he would have to eat people?
So yeah, it's pretty cool. He's part of the FDA, the most powerful
people are Soylent Green
agency in the United States.
Tell them.
They really don't want people eating chicken.
Okay.
And then there's this, like, cockfighting ring in some small country.
It's on the back pages.
And there's this chicken called Pollo. And so the good thing about Rob Gilroy is he writes like little messages everywhere. Like if there's a poster on the wall, you can read it. If there's like a post-it on a computer, you can read it. And they're all funny. So, I mean that's like half the why this is great. Is just these little notes.
It's the little things.
They're good. I like it. I'm still reading it. There's like 9 books. There's like 60 issues. I don't know how many issues this goes up to, but
You gonna read Farmhand if you can?
I mean I read the first of Farmhand and then it took the break and then I was like, I don't remember what happened. I'll have to reread all of it and then reread it when they get to the next one. I might have to reread Saga when they finally get back to it. That would be a lot of work again. Same with Paper Girl. I don't know what happened.
I haven't read that yet.
And I already reread Wicked and the Vine, but I didn't get to the end of it. So I have like 3 more issues I have to read. I won't know what, but with Wicked and the Vine, you never know what's happening. So anyway, that's all.
Yes, that's it.
I got nothing this
Come on, Riggs.
I'm half asleep over here right now. And my hands are full of bug spray. Thanks.
And he licked his hands after touching all
I
the
touched
bug
my
spray.
tongue with my finger after I did this, and I'm like, oh. I didn't mean to. I forgot I was doing this. And
I don't know. Why was he licking his fingers?
I was
have no
because I was
idea.
bagging and boarding.
And then he didn't even notice once he tasted. He was like, "Did I just lick my finger?"
So come in and buy a back issue comic here because they've all been personally licked by
They're Riggs. Yes. I've given it my
And
seal
I think
of
we'll
approval.
have a lot more cards for sale, either in the store or on our eBay. You like Star Trek? You want Star Trek paperback books? Check out our eBay,
Oh, brother.
Facebook, and other locations, and
Don't forget about that bell.
phone
whatever that means.
numbers, and like and subscribe, and
Ring
that
that
bell
bell.
for
Yeah.
notification every time we post a new video.
Still don't know what that means.
That's all. Bye. That's all. Bye.